Welcome to Bruins Pregame Hub, presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. The Bruins arriving for their second set of back-to-back games already this season. This marks the end of their road trip. They're back at the Garden on Tuesday, but first, a tilt with the Mammoth. Can they get a win? So far, they're 0-2 on this road trip. Couple lineup changes that we're going to get to in the show. But like I said, this is Pregame Hub presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. With Billy and Razor, I'm Sophia. Less than 24 hours to the Boston Bruins. They're on Mountain Time, so it's 5 p.m. there. It's a 5 p.m. puck drop, rather, in Utah. Guys, they got to shake things off if they want to get a win and find a way to get more offense, because yesterday they didn't have it.
They didn't.
No,
they didn't. It feels like we haven't even left.
No, I know.
Seats. Like, honest to God.
I was thinking the same thing when I was walking up the stairs in here. I'm like, man, this season is
it's already
nuts.
a grind.
The condensed, it is a grind. And then imagine getting hit and playing, but it is a grind, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, yeah, you're right. They didn't have it last night. They didn't have a lot of it. Now, played one of the best teams in the NHL. You're going to face some of the best, and you got to deal with it. You got to figure out. This is the thing. You've got to figure out a way to be better. I mean, what do I mean by that? It's like you've got to simplify. You talked about it last night. Fourth line being straight line game guys in the game, and therefore they were good. They were real good, and not enough of the other, albeit top end, high end guys. They just didn't seem to be able to get their Razor, and to me, that's a mindset thing.
That's the issue. Is the mindset is okay. We gave up 5 goals or gave up 6 goals against Vegas. We have to go into Colorado and we have to keep it very simple right off the bat. They score a simple goal,
Beautiful.
Go up 1-0, and then their best player turns over the puck in the neutral zone to their best player for a breakaway, and it's 1-1. That just can't happen. And then the turnovers that consistently happen from there, the 3 penalties they took in the second period. That's the issue. It's not the you're gonna there's 30 teams that are going to lose 4-1 at Colorado this year.
Oh yeah,
that's going to happen, but it's the way it happened and the simplification of it that's the issue.
Because games are coming so fast and furious, and because the league has changed and et cetera, do guys get nervous going into places anymore? Because I don't feel like they had that, as I like to say, the antenna up last night, that they better be very careful, right? Very. And the old days you used to go into places and your antenna was up.
You go into Detroit, and you're saying, I'll do everything I can to get out of this period 0-0. I'll ice it 58 times in the first period to get out of this one 0-0. And that should have been the mind. That's what I thought was going to be the mindset. And it wasn't. And there were so many cross-ice passes through the defensive zone. And so we'll see if they have that tonight.
It's a whole lot of loose.
A lot of loose.
Guys, if you're just joining us or if you didn't stay up to see it all last night, through the first period, we're going to talk about last night's offense. They scored early, they got on the board, and they got out of the first, even in terms of shots. It was 7 apiece, but really quiet after that. Outshot 38-14 on the night as we continue to discuss how unproductive the offense was.
Well, in order to... How's this for analysis, Sophia? In order to get good shots on goal, you need to have the puck.
Oh, yeah.
And therefore, they didn't have a lot of puck possession. And in particular, the top guys did. I mean, if you look at it, you mentioned 14. Ready? 14 shots total.
Yeah.
Beecher, Arvidsson, and Tanner Jeannot combined for 9. 9 of the 14 shots in the game. Those 3 players.
Wow.
3 for Beecher, 4 for Victor, and then 2 for Tanner. And David Pastrnak had 5 attempts, Razor, that were all blocked. So it's just unbelievable. Like when you think about it, some of the players you have that couldn't get anything going, but the reality is they didn't have the puck enough. That's really what it comes down to.
We can't have too many charts like this. You just can't. You're not winning, and that just goes back to you're going to lose, and teams are going to lose in Vegas and Colorado, but you can't have charts like that coming out of games. And that should just be on the bulletin today. There's no reason for the coaches to talk. Just put that bulletin up, and we'll move on and have a night tonight. We're
going to show you another full page. Before I get to it, Marco Sturm said in his interview to Brick that his grinders were his best guys. And he also said, and he kind of said, our best players were not their best. They need them to be a few too many turnovers, and again, not enough offense.
Yeah, and that's just an easy comment for a coach, especially out of that game. We just kind of touched on it. They actually had it going a little bit in the first period. They had the 2-on-1, and they backhand pass, drop pass. You're seeing these plays here. Just much, much too fancy. Lindholm's got to put the puck on net on the last one. Got to get pucks to the net. It was It was just too easy, too much east-west for a team that even with David Pastrnak, even his 110 points a season, he just has to be a simpler line tonight going into Utah.
You know, Zacha was the only one of that group, and they didn't fully play the full game together. There were some tweaks going here and there, but if you consider it as a line, he was the only one that had a shot on goal.
That's not good.
That was it. Elias was good in the face-off circle. Otherwise, I don't really feel like I noticed him much.
I don't think David Pastrnak's played that little of a hockey game since he was 8.
I'd agree.
Pretty
penalties
close.
Obviously didn't help, and he didn't have the same jump. He was nowhere near as physical as we've seen him in the previous games, and so what you hope is that it was a one-off. And now the good news, it's such a cliche in hockey, you get right back at it again.
Yeah.
Let's hope it is. If you lose, it's not that good.
No.
But if you win, hopefully it is, and hopefully that top line, and we're going to talk about it, I know coming up, we have some tweakage. So
is that a word?
Yes.
It is now. Okay. Well, you guys were kind of joking about feeling like you never left. We're going to bring in Adam Pellerin. It was a very quick turnaround. Not sure if you even unpacked last night, Adam, but this is just the second of 13 back-to-back games for the Bruins this season. How are the guys handling this quick turnaround?
Well, they have no choice but to handle it, right, Sophia? Of course, the game last night in Colorado. You got Utah tonight that closes out the trip. And you mentioned the 13 back-to-backs for the Bruins this season. This is already the second. Of course, the first 2 games of the season were back-to-back. You got this one this weekend. And then in a week, you have another back-to-back. I mean, that's a quarter of the back-to-backs that you have all season long in this month alone. They took care of business in the back-to-back they had to start the season, and they're hoping to do the same tonight.
The best thing about this league is that you can't dwell too long, is because you're going to have another game, another opponent, another city right around the corner. So that's our job tonight, is turn the page, take the positives, and get ready for tomorrow.
I think the biggest thing is, getting in the hotel tonight, being able to wind it down a little bit. A little bit easier said than done, but 82 game season, you got to be able to put some of them behind you and get ready for the next. So, I'm sure the boys will come out ready to go tomorrow and try and get one win on this road trip.
Marco Sturm had his pregame availability a short time ago. Asked him about, is there any strategy when it comes to dealing with the second leg of a back-to-back? He said, no, not really. It's all a mindset that the team has to have going in. He's seen situations where the home team, ready and waiting, comes out swinging. We've also seen teams come in after the first leg of the back-to-back. They come out hot and they take care of business. So it could go either way. Hopefully it goes the Bruins' way to close out the trip, guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. If the Bruins are half as ready as you are, partner, with the pocket square, I mean, that is aggressive.
Good. Yeah, you look good.
That is a mindset right there,
That's
partner.
Mindset.
That is
mindset.
That is type A perfection, my friend. Good stuff.
I was hoping somebody would notice, so I really do appreciate that, because I saved the best for last, and hopefully the Bruins saved the best for last as well. New pocket square, 3-piece suit. Let's go. Finish strong, baby.
Wait, did you go shopping in Utah this morning? Or new from home?
No, I went shopping back home. I was saving it for the road trip. I didn't know when I was going to unveil it, but tonight's the night.
You look good, partner.
Adam, you look great, and we're going to get to see that suit again when you have a bench interview a little later coming up.